Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend, Mr. Stephen Dow. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Little parts, a lot of talking with these 50, 40, 10 and creative financing with the combination with the seller financing. Takes a longer conversation sometimes with the deeper dive. So
Yeah.
man, that's why hopefully apologies for everybody that's been dealing or speaking with me that I speak really, really fast because I'm trying to get as much information in that short window of time we have. So I appreciate everybody's patience
Yeah.
because I'm sure they must think I'm on crack or something. So apologies for that.
No, they all the feedback I get is just wildly positive. So thanks for being you and doing what you do.
Yes,
Do
sir.
me a favor, get that marketing thing out of the way because I have a very important topic today.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to remember that. So again, although I work very happily for the Velocity Immerse Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. So let's get it going.
Yeah. So one thing I talked about on my daily financial news that I'm probably going to hit a couple of times today is this notion of pain and opportunity. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know I've been talking about a real estate slowdown. I've talked about 2023 being the worst economic year. I've been talking about a housing depression. But now after the Fed rate increase, the market's starting to realize where we're at. They're starting to take the Fed serious. I believe, Stephen, that the pain is right here. It's right in front of you.
Right.
And that is going to cause a lot of people to clickbaity and drive around and just get lost in negativity. And opportunity is right here, right? Pain here, opportunity.
Right.
And if you don't, the answer is do the work, in my opinion, and pain
It
kind of,
always is.
melts away and opportunity appears. But if you're not doing that, all you see is fear and you can't see opportunity. What do you think of that analogy? Does that work?
It does to an extent if you're just kind of lazy, like you said, fear. But if you do the actual work, there is no fear because numbers don't lie.
Right.
Even if rates kind of jump up a little bit, if you really crunch the numbers and then reevaluate your spreadsheets or whatever you're plugging your numbers into to see what makes sense for you, because if all of a sudden the rates jumped up, you got to then renegotiate with the seller or something to that effect, either price and or maybe they'll carry more and still give them the price because then now more of the loan is on the back on their side.
Yeah.
So then the cash flow works. So you just got to figure out, the best course of action given that the circumstances, whatever that should be as they changed or not changed. So doing the work, like the hat says, mine says LA, but yours says do the work. But
do they play college basketball? Is that a college team?
Oh no, this would be a combination of Lakers and Dodgers. So just, I didn't want to wear two hats, but I wanted to, show,
I'm just teasing.
support for both.
I'm
I
teasing.
know. I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. But no, it's again, just doing the work, man. Numbers don't lie. When you crunch numbers, there's no fear. I think at least when you're looking at actual like numbers.
Yeah. So I want
guesses and like clickbaiting, but
yeah. The answer always is do the work. And in an environment where fear is right here, the answer is to do the work more consistently.
Right. So then the fear goes away.
It just melts away. You build confidence and you can look.
Exactly.
Fear can be a door or a window.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look through it or you don't.
I don't know about fear. I think as maybe being, careful, cautious, right? Because the fear part is like, I don't
mind cautious
because when things change, like you said, with the rates or with this, more wildly changing, environment that we're going through economically. I don't know about fear. I think being more careful, being more strategic, being again with the do the work, kind of like mentality. I don't think fear would have be if you're doing the work. I don't think we can have fear. I don't think fear is like the right metric or motivation. It's just like if I'm doing the work, I'm just being careful. I'm just being cautious. I'm being strategic because I'm doing the work.
Yeah. So I want to give you an example of doing the work. I actually put it out this morning. You probably haven't seen it. It was a crazy idea at 7 a.m. this morning. So let me kind of set the stage because this is an example of fear in seeing opportunity. So in my market of California, because we've done deals together as Fresno. The median home price today, let's use round numbers, is $400,000. I have never looked at, nor have I even considered buying $1 million home in Fresno, California.
Fresno. I saw a little bit about
Yeah, you saw the title.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw the title. So again, think about what I'm talking about. So again, I think the most expensive home I have today is like 400, like 350, 400. I have several of those. So I'm nowhere close because generally speaking, 2x the median doesn't produce cash flow. It just doesn't.
Normally.
Normally.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
in an environment where rates just jumped over 7%, 30-year owner occupant, oh my God, it's scary, 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 scary.
Right.
I know a couple of things, and I've been in game a while.
Mm-hmm.
There are sellers of $1 million properties, and they're legit $1 million properties. They've been in them for 20 or 30 years.
Right.
They have to get out. They have to downsize. They have to move in,
Yep.
whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
This $1 million house also probably needs $100,000 of work because they've lived in it. They're comfortable.
Sure.
But in this environment,
Mm-hmm.
there will still be $1 million homes sold, but they will be perfect.
Right.
These light or cosmetic fixers aren't going anywhere.
Right. Location. Development deal.
Yeah.
Bring your toolbox.
Yeah, those are not going anywhere today. If they do go somewhere today, they're going to go for a stupid low price. And I'm talking stupid, like $600,000 or something.
Right.
What I want to do is I want to pay the seller their list price. Let's just say it's $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But as always, I'm a landlord, so it has to cash flow. I don't bet on appreciation,
Mm-hmm.
So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, let's just assume it's $4,000 rent. I have no idea what $1 million home rent's for. I don't own any, but we're going to find out. So let's just say it's $4,000. So I'm willing in this example to give the seller $100,000, so they have some walkaway money. They can pay their agent, whatever. Then what I want to do, again, just you can watch the video for longer context. I'm going to agree to a PITI of $2,000, 0% interest, 0% interest, all principal. I'll have a 20-year balloon.
Okay.
And basically how this works out, right? It was PI, not PITI. So basically how this works out is $100,000 now, $480,000 over 20 years, $2,000 a month for 240 months. And then I owe them, I don't know, $420,000 in 20 years. Right. So that's a note, secured trust deed. It's part of their asset, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do I get? I get $1 million property.
Mm-hmm.
I get a new rent. I get a property that should cash flow because, again, I won't do the deal unless I know it cash flows. So the rent's the variable here. I can now do accelerated depreciation on a big number, right? $1 million property versus the little stuff I do. Year one, I get to take, probably $250,000 tax savings. Again, it's if I get it done this year. And oh, by the way, if this really does work, Steve, I'm going to be able to 1031 all of my $300K houses into $1 million houses, and I will just upgrade my entire portfolio, and I'll be the landlord to $1 million homes in Fresno. Because again, think about do you have a mortgage calculator in front of you?
I do.
Do me a favor, $900,000.
Come on, man. I mean,
come on,
what
million
self-respecting loan professional does not have a mortgage calculator next to him? I mean, I literally go to sleep with it like this. You know what I mean? So
do me a favor, $900,000 loan at 7.25%. I have no idea what that is.
Okay, hold on. I'll tell you right now. 7.25%. Principal and interest is $61.39.59.
So this is why I think this works, right? Because that's $6,000, 6,200 principal and interest. You add on another 1,500 in taxes and insurance. We're at 7,800. I know there are doctors and blah 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 in Fresno, California.
I don't know about the 1,500 for tax and insurance. You think that's all for $1 million property?
No, it's probably more.
In California?
Yeah, it's more. But I'm just again, right? Maybe it's $8,000.
Okay.
So maybe my rent's $5,000. I don't know. I have to figure that part out. But I know there are doctors and blah 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 that don't have the down payment to go buy these, but they would love to live there. Hey, you could buy the home for $8,000 a month. That's a hell of a stroke. What if you rented it for $4,500? Then you can flex with your little Beamer in the garage and all of that. No one knows.
Well, I mean, again, depending upon if you're going to adopt the Grant Cardone mentality, then you're going to be renting these nice spots. And then, I mean, it works. And we're doing these higher end residential properties all the time. I'll actually go up to $5 million on a stated income. Yeah. And we're really comfortable with the DSCR. So, we can.
And then think about the 50-40-10 that you and I've kicked around. Let's just pretend the seller needs more cash than the 10% I want to give them. Maybe we do like a 25-65-10. Whatever, right? So if they need a little bit more money, we can figure it out.
We're about to close on Monday of 42-48-10.
Yeah. So again, we're going to do deals like this. I know there's one. I'm going to put it out in the universe. There's one of these. But I want to be very, very clear. I think over the next 18 months, there's a chance that I take 20, 25, 30 of my little 300K homes and we 1031 into $1 million homes. Why not?
Right.
Nobody else is going to, nobody in their right mind would buy $1 million rental in Fresno. I mean, nobody would do that. I'm just a freaking idiot for doing it. But if I'm the only one, I might pick a litter of 10. Because again, think about it. $8,000 payment, 4,500 rent.
Right.
I think it's going to work. But I'm going to try it once. If it works once, I could spend the whole next year 1031 exchanging. It's going to be awesome.
Well, like they say, it takes money to make money, and that's how the rich stay richer. And after we get off this video, I'm sure you're going to be over your.
That's on video now.
Over your holographic Monopoly board of Fresno's topography, you're just like moving pieces around.
Exactly.
So, but
move from the orange to the dark blue.
Exactly, man. So in any case, no, I mean, as far as creative financing and whatever it is that you would need to utilize to kind of make that, specific project make sense, then so be it. But yeah, if they're out there, I would have to imagine they're going to be more and more motivated ones towards the end of the year, because rates start to creep up. There's going to have like less and less buyers that can afford that up in that echelon. So those are so. Yeah,
this is something that I'm planting now. I really do think between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve, I'm going to find one of these, and I'm just going to speak it into existence.
Okay. So, all the Victoria's Secret models, I'm single, holla at a brother, just holla,
just speak it into existence.
The email. I'm trying, dude. Speak it into the universe. So
there you go.
Doesn't even have to be Victoria's Secret. I mean, you don't even have to tell
any catalog model is good for you.
Right. JCPenney catalog, even,
Avon
right. Ladies. Anyway, I'm kidding. All right. I'm we digress, brother. We're just having fun.
Absolutely. We have fun. Do me a favor. Creative. I am more convinced. Rates are now over 7. They're going higher. Right. Creative financing is the answer for the next couple of years, whether you like it or not. You are the man. 50, 40, 10. If you don't know what a 90% CLTV is, you are missing out. He is the man. How do they reach out? SDAO@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please just put the acronym ORAAT, which stands for one rental at a time. In the body of the email, maybe a brief description of what you're looking for, if you happen to know. Otherwise, property address would be great. City and state, at least where you're looking for financing, just to make sure that I lend there. And then your mid-FICO score, best phone number to reach you at, and normally 24, 48 hours, but as of this time right now, it's just getting a little slammed because we're at the end of the month, but usually within 24, 48 hours. But other than that, looking forward to talking to you. Awesome. Thanks, buddy.